For nearly half a century, this sleepy prairie town harbored a fugitive. Locals knew her as Dee, a real estate agent, quilter, and avid volunteer. And through parts of 6 decades and 2 marriages, Dee called Tabor home. But Dee had a secret.
Deidre Glavis was indeed Sharon Kinney and had been living in Alberta, Canada, as far as we can tell, at least since 1979.
Well, Sharon Kinney was infamous in Missouri in the 1960s. Dubbed the Pistol Packin' Mama, Kinney was accused of shooting and killing her husband and her lover's wife. But despite several attempts, the charges didn't stick. And while awaiting a retrial for the murder of her husband, Kinney bolted to Mexico. But trouble followed.
On September 18th, 1964, she shot and killed a man in a Mexico City hotel room and was arrested for the murder.
Kinney was sentenced to 13 years in a Mexican prison for that murder. Mexican media called her La Pistolera, the gunwoman. Kinney escaped in 1969 and disappeared.
When we return, some say she was the Black Widow of Missouri, the baddest of bad girls. Have you seen Sharon Kinney?
For years, Kinney's story captivated the public, profiled on TV and radio. Authorities never giving up a chase that eventually took them north.
We knew she fled the country, and this case became cold, until recently. Thanks to a courageous tip from a concerned individual, Sharon Kinney had been living under an assumed name in Alberta, Canada.
Escaped to Canada. She had her plan.
In Tabor, news of their neighbor's true identity baffling.
To me, it seems like it's impossible. How can you fool the whole world? How can you fool the whole world year after year? I just can't see it.
The woman they knew as Dee played bridge at these tables for years, a fugitive hiding in plain sight. How do you react hearing that your neighbor was a fugitive?
Well, it's amazing because it goes to show you that you don't really know people. That it's just amazing, like incredible.
A bit unsettling, really.
Very unsettling. Yeah, you're going to think of everybody a little different now.
Well, turns out Dee Glavis wasn't much of a bridge player, but Sharon Kinney proved a master at a different game, remaining one step ahead of the law, on the run in rural Alberta for decades. She died here in 2022, evading capture until the very end.